This is the reality of how I look every morning. Sometimes I don't even sit on my desk. I go on my bed. I stay on my bed and I write my reviews then. Sorry, there's some cleaning going on. This morning I just uploaded a review. Bed is not made. I am going to answer some DMs, look at my emails real quick while we wait for them to stop mowing their lawn like they do every single morning. People do not consider work at home people. They really do not. I'm using a back massager right now. It looks like this. It was actually a gift from my mom and then I took it and I'm using it. She does use it, but because she doesn't use it as much as I do, I just keep it in my room, and whenever she needs it, I give it back, of course. I'll try to see if they still have it on Amazon because I believe that the person that gifted it got it from Amazon. Yesterday, you guys probably didn't notice, but I did not upload for Vlogmas day 8, I believe it was. What is it? Yeah, day 8. And there was a reason for that. I did vlog, I did edit it, I even scheduled to upload it even though it wasn't that long. I think it came out to like 5 to 7 minutes. Yesterday I wasn't feeling my best. I actually had like a mini anxiety attack and I didn't feel like I wanted to turn on the camera. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like the right thing to do for myself. And I listened to myself. I took a break. I put the camera to the side. Honestly, I felt really guilty and bad because I told myself that I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. I'm doing it because I want to be consistent, and this is kind of a push. Uploading 25 days in a row feels like a good push to start being more consistent on YouTube. And so I felt very discouraged about not uploading yesterday. But also I prioritized myself and my mental health. So I stayed in bed all day. I let my emotions out. I let myself be me. I let myself be human. This morning I feel refreshed, recharged. Honestly, I don't know if anything that I'm saying is making sense or if it's even in order, but just want to let you guys know I'm doing fine and I hope you guys are too. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. So, hi guys. This is the Q&A portion of my video. I'm going to be doing my makeup, which is my everyday makeup, and then I'm also going to be doing Q&A as well at the same time. So this is going to be a pretty chill video and I'm really excited for you guys to get to know me better. I have a few questions. It's kind of like a mix of my personal life, also opinions, and then some stuff on skincare. I'm going to try to focus more about me questions because I always get asked skincare questions, and if you want to know more about my taste and why I use certain products, you can head over and read my reviews. But with that being said, if you guys are interested in seeing, this is like the makeup guru kind of shit. If you guys are interested in seeing what I use and how I use it and learning a little bit more about me, then keep watching. Ooh. Before we get into the questions, I'm gonna show you my first step. I already put sunscreen, did my skincare, and I'm gonna go in with concealer. I don't really use foundation, but when I do, let me show you. I use the NARS Sheer Glow, and I am in the shade Light 4, and if you want to see, this is like the real name, I just don't know how to say it, and it's my perfect match whenever I don't have a tan, which is never anymore. First step is the Fenty Beauty concealer in 190. This is my second one. This has more of like a medium texture. It is not liquidy, but it's not super thick either. I spot conceal with this. Sometimes I don't spot conceal depending on how I'm feeling. I honestly don't care about hiding all of my spots because it is just part of my skin, and I've learned to really embrace it. Before I would pack on so much on there, but now if I apply a little bit and it doesn't fully cover it up like it is not right now, I just let it be. I'm literally the worst at answering questions. I went on like a 2-minute tangent explaining how old I am. the first question is, how old am I? So I am 23 years old. My birthday was in May, and I feel like I'm 23, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that before I just keep on rambling about stuff that is not even related to my age. I am setting it with the Fairlight Fit Me Loose Powder. It looks like this. I like it because it's yellow toned and it doesn't really dry me out. It just sets it perfectly. Let's pick the next question. So, when did you get into skincare? So I got into skincare when I was in high school. I went to a school where I had a lot of Korean friends and I was able to learn about their culture and eventually also about Korean skincare. I honestly feel very blessed that my first encounter with skincare was Korean skincare because I still love it for a reason. And yeah, that's how I got into skincare. Then I remember my senior year of high school, I started developing back acne. Because of that, that's when I started learning more about actives. And yeah, body acne is something that I have struggled with and I still struggle with in my life. Not as much on my back, but more on the lower half of my body, so my butt, the sides of my thigh. I also have KP on my legs. That was also something that I was very self-conscious about, and I kind of still am, but I'm more open to share about because I remember back then I felt so freaking alone. I'm like, who in the world gets acne on their butt? I would never hear anyone talk about it. It is more normal than we think. But to keep it short, that is how I got into skincare because I had Korean friends and they taught me the way. And then I also suffered from body acne, which led me to want to learn more about actives, and the rest is history. I'm gonna go in with the brows now. I'm using this duo from Revitalash. I did do sponsored content with them on Instagram, but I truly love these, so this is why I continue to use them every single day. This is their high def brow pencil and this is their clear brow gel. Brows take me a little while, okay? So we're gonna try to pick a longer question. So one of you guys asked, or actually a couple of you guys asked, what my relationship story is. So I met my boyfriend when I was 18, when I just graduated from high school and I was about to go into college. I remember that I told myself I'm not gonna be in a relationship because I'm going to college. I'm going 4 hours away. For you guys that are curious, I went to Syracuse University in upstate New York, which is 4 hours away from where I live. I was not thinking about being in a relationship. But you know what they say about like when you are less expecting it or wanting something, that is when it comes to you. And it was exactly what happened to me. Let's get into the story. So when I was in high school, I went to the carnival with a couple of my friends and one of them posted a picture of us in a group on Snapchat, and then he saw it. He asked, "Ooh, who that girl be?" He didn't say it like that, but that's how I'm saying it. He was like, "Oh, who is that? And can I get her number?" And then, you know, I was like, okay, let me stalk him on Facebook real quick, and I couldn't really see anything other than his profile picture on Instagram. On Facebook because he was private, but from what I saw, I'm like, okay, he's cute. Okay, I'll go on a date with him, which is something that I never really did because I only really dated people that I went to high school with that I already knew before. So this was like kind of spontaneous for me. So I went on the date. We went to this really cute cave-like restaurant for our first date, which is super romantic. And then after that, we went to Target and we just walked around. We walked around the boardwalk and it was a lot of fun. We spent hours in his car just talking after in the Target parking lot, and he brought me home, and that is how we met. And also our first date. We were at distance for 3.5 years, and then I came back home and we've been together since. We never really took a break from each other either, and I'm telling you, things happen when you least expect it. I'm going in with the Laguna bronzer from NARS, and I got a couple questions about where I'm from, where was I born, etc. So I was born in New York, and I never lived in New York. I was just born there. I've lived in New Jersey for most of my life, but when I was around 6 years old, I moved to the Dominican Republic for around 5 years. So I got to live, I guess, in my home country where my parents are from for 5 years, which was an amazing experience. I know this is bougie, but this is the only palette that I really ever used. Honestly, I threw out my other one because it was so old from Morphe, and now I just use this Dior one because it has all the shades that I literally need. I am gonna go with a mix of these two shimmery shades. I also had a question about if my skin has always been clear. For the most part, yes. I've never suffered from acne on my face. Of course, I have hormonal breakouts. But yeah, not face acne, but definitely body acne. You name it, I've had it. I've had fungal acne on my chest. I've had back acne, butt acne, thigh acne. Instead of using like a liquid eyeliner, I love eyeliner on me, but sometimes I'm just too lazy because most of the time I have to fix it, or one eye ends up thicker than the other. I go in with the darkest shade and this angled brush, and I just outline my lash line with it. I actually really like this question. Someone asked me, what is one word? Oh, one word? I cannot pick one word. One word your ancestors would use to describe you. Why is one word so hard for me to come up with? I don't know why the first thing that I thought about was lazy, but I'm not, because I still get my shit done even if it's last minute. Okay, I think I chose one word. I think mine would be realistic. It's really nice to be hopeful. That's not what I'm talking about, but I am a realist. I know where I'm at right now and I have goals, but I'm realistic in how I'm gonna get there, if that makes sense. I finished this eye off camera. What's your opinion about Botox and fillers? I say if that's something that you want to do, go for it. I believe if you want to get Botox done, get it done. If it makes you feel happier and more confident about yourself, get it done. I'm probably going to get Botox done at some time for my 11s because I have a resting bitch face and I always make this thing. And also in the future, I'm probably going to get the eye one because I already have crow's feet at my age. Again, it's preventative and I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah, I don't know why I felt so triggered with that question. I guess you just wanted my opinion on it, but again, you can get a butt implant, you can get a piercing on your between your brows, do whatever makes you feel beautiful. Aging is a natural process of life. The process itself of aging is beautiful. I am not scared to age. However, I do want to age gracefully, and that's why I have nothing against it at all. Alright, the mascara I'm going to use is the Honest Beauty one. This is a fresh new tube, even though it's dirty. I just had it in a random place and it got dirty. But this is my favorite mascara. It brings a primer and then the actual mascara. Sometimes I get lazy and I just go in with the actual mascara part. Next question is, journey on becoming an esthetician. How were you able to build up your clientele? I think I might have to make a separate video all about my journey, why I picked being an esthetician. But to keep it short, right after I finished college, I felt very depressed. I remember at night I would put myself down a lot because I was in college and I did not like my major and I felt like I was just there and I wasted so much money, etc., etc. So when I graduated college and I still didn't know what to do, I felt like a failure. I felt like everyone around me already knew what they wanted to be and what they wanted to do in life, even though that's not the case. Not everybody has their shit figured out, and even though it's so easy to hear and try to understand, it kind of went from one ear and out the other. At that time, I was working at my boyfriend's jewelry shop, and then after that, I decided I wanted to work at my aunt's salon, which also had like a spot next to it. And I think that opened my eyes about how I could use my passion, which is skincare, and make it into my profession. To keep it short, you know. By that time, I already had started my skincare blog, which was the only thing that really kept me happy during those times of uncertainty. It was a very welcoming, and it still is a very welcoming space, which I love so much. After working in the salon for around 2 months or something, I decided to go back to school, and I enrolled the same day or the same week where when I went to visit the school. I enrolled, and then 2 weeks later I was in school, and I am so happy I did it. It was a 4-month program, and then after I finished, right when I finished, the pandemic hit. Needless to say, I'm really grateful to be where I am right now. Building a clientele has been slow, but also I never thought that I would be able to build the amount of people that come to see me that fast in 4 months, even if it's 2 people a week or 1 person a month. I'm still very happy. Businesses definitely take time to build, and that is why I am very happy where I am right now, because I know that we're in a pandemic and not everybody has the luxury to go out and get a facial. Some people don't have jobs, some people have a pay cut, etc., and have other things that they should or rather spend their money on during these times. So I'm definitely very grateful for where I am right now. I was gonna use the Rare Beauty liquid blush in Love, but this one is a matte formula, and I think my face is pretty dry right now. So I'm gonna go in with the Lancome brush in 217 Miel Glace. This very neutral shade. I'm gonna end this Q&A with more fun questions, I guess. So my favorite Spanish meal. Listen, growing up I was mad picky, and then I became vegetarian for like 10 years or 12 years. So girl, my options are limited. I do not like sancocho because I find the broth to be a little thicker than the texture I like for soups. I like tostones, obviously. I like arepitas. Girl, my grandma makes the best arepitas, and they're different from like South American ones. They're just good. I prefer the Dominican ones, of course, because I'm Dominican, but they really are so good. I like my mango with fried cheese and fried eggs. Love it. For drinks, I love my mori soñando. For the most part, day to day, I just have chicken, rice, and beans, which is so boring, but it is what I eat. I like moro de guandules, and yeah, I think I just like a lot of things separate, you know? Like a lot of different components of the Dominican cuisine. I'm gonna bronze with the same NARS bronzer. Wait, I think I just bronzed. I just didn't talk about it. So favorite hobbies outside of skincare. I'm very lazy to go out of my house, and I'm an extreme homebody, but I love going on long walks. It's something that I do a couple of days a week by the boardwalk. I love taking in some fresh air and going on walks. Before it got really cold, I used to like going hiking. I cannot stand hiking in the cold because I have a traumatic experience that I will never ever want to do again. By mistake, I went on this like 8-mile hike, and it started getting really dark and really cold where I couldn't feel my limbs, and it was awful. So that's why I don't go in the winter anymore. I love to travel. I usually just go somewhere once a year, but because of COVID, I of course didn't go anywhere this year. Highlighter from Anastasia Amrezy, and it's just, you know, right now it's not a sustainable one because I don't have that much money to go travel, but when I do, you know, I was trying to figure out my life before this, but when I do, I know I'm gonna enjoy traveling so much. I haven't been to that many places, but I'm very grateful for the places that I've been to. I've been to Hawaii, Spain, Korea, of course Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and then within the US. So definitely grateful, and I had so much fun in those. Before we end, I'm gonna apply some lip balm. This is from Ulip in Nutty Milk. I think I've talked about this in almost every Vlogmas video. The last question is, what is my favorite wine? So in terms of white wine, I like Prosecco. I like this brand, Blue Prosecco. It's like $9.99 or $10, and it's very affordable. We love that, and it's very good for the price. In terms of red wine, I like Josh. Hold on, can't speak and put my chapstick on. In terms of red wine, I like Cabernet. Like, you cannot get me away from Cabernet. I'll have that every day if I could. I mean, I have been for the past 4 nights. Honestly, don't they say that 1 glass a day is very healthy? So I guess I'm doing something for myself. The one that I like the most is the one from Josh Cellars, but it's their bourbon barrel Cabernet Sauvignon. That one is my favorite. It's super smooth and elegant. This one is $16.99 in Total Wine and More, so check it out if you're into Cabernet. I know that Cabernets could be expensive, so this is my taste in this budget, because my budget is like $20 and less for wine, because I'll just down it, you know. I fill up my cup up to here until the rim, and I'll have it all and it's gone. So I am not the type to just sip and eat. No, I chug that shit. I hope you guys enjoyed that little Q&A. I'm gonna try to edit this the best way possible because I was all over the place. And yeah, I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me. I definitely want to do this again. I am going to end Vlogmas day 9 here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.